Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Boss Mode 96 back with another WWF Hasbro pickup update video. This is about the third or fourth time I've tried to make this video. Every time I've tried to shoot it, I haven't been happy with how it's turned out. But I've got 10 figures to show you guys today. Initially, when I started to make this video, I only had about 3 or 4 I wanted to show you. Then, with each time I've tried to make it, more figures have come in. So I started out with 3 or 4, like I said, then it came to 7, now it's come to 10. But I'm super excited to show you all what I have. Some really nice figures to add to the collection. So without further ado, let's get the show on the road. Let's get started with El Matador Tito Santana. Nice looking figure. This is a recycled Jake the Snake Roberts. Same body sculpt and everything, just with the El Matador head sculpt. Very nice likeness of Tito Santana with the ponytail on the back. This is the gimmick he had towards the end of his WWF run. Around 91, 92, maybe into 93. But yeah, he's got that boxer mechanism like Jake the Snake Roberts. Gold trim on the tights with pink boots. Little scuffs here and there, but not a whole lot of playwear. Still a really nice looking figure. So very happy to add that to the collection. The next figure we have is Giant Gonzalez. This is an awesome looking figure. He's got the arm swinging action when you press down on his head. This is one of the last series. I believe this is either the third to last or second to last series in the Hasbro line. It was released either at the end of 1993 or the beginning of 1994. But interesting note about Giant Gonzalez is he was 7'7". They billed him as being 8 feet tall, which was stretching it a little bit, but he was still a huge dude. But an interesting fact to note is that Hasbro tried to stay true with their scales of their figures. As you can see, El Matador, Tito Santana was around the 6 foot mark in reality, and Jorge Gonzalez was 7'7". So they tried to make that very noticeable in their figures. As you can see, Giant Gonzalez is well over ½ an inch taller than El Matador. So it's really neat that they stuck to the scale in reality of these guys. Even figures like from the early 2000s, like Jax, they weren't true to scale. You'd have guys like The Undertaker, who was almost 6'10", and then you had a figure of Chris Jericho, and they'd be the same height. So it's really neat that they were trying to stay true to real-life scale of these guys. So that was Giant Gonzalez. Rest in peace to Jorge Gonzalez, who's no longer with us. But I was super excited to get that figure in. Okay, let's show off a tag team here. We've got Samu and Fatu. We've got the Head Shrinkers. Just got these in yesterday. Sorry about the camera shake there. But they both have a jumper mechanism. And I think that's just because these guys were high flyers. They both like to do headbutts and splashes off the top rope. So I guess Hasbro producers wanted to give them an aerial kind of attack, which would be the jumper mechanism. A lot of high flyers in the Hasbro line have that. So you have both Samu and Fatu who have that. Nice little decal on the pants. You got the palm tree right there that says Samu. And on the other side it says Samoa, because both these guys are Samoan. I don't know if you can pick that up, but my lighting's not great in here, but I'll show you the best I can. And same thing for Fatu. He's got the palm tree on the other side of his tights. It says Fatu. Can the camera focus in on that? Well, I'm trying, but it's not really wanting to work with me. My lighting's not great here. But it says Fatu right there. And then it says Samoa on the other side of his pants. I don't know why this is not wanting to focus. But yeah, you got Samu and Fatu. Another late line of figures produced right around the end of 93, maybe into 94. So I was super excited to get those in. They were not sold as a tag team package. They were actually packaged individually. But I bought them as a set, and I'm super happy to pick them up. The next couple I'm going to show you are a tag team as well. I've been waiting on these guys for well over a month because I bought them from a UK seller on eBay. So it's been a long time since I've purchased these, but I'm super happy to get them in. It's time to get nasty. We've got the Nasty Boys. We got Brian Knobs. We got Jerry Sags. Get ready to get nasty sized. But Jerry Sags here, waist is a little loose. Got a little bit of wear. Still really nice condition on both these guys' shirts with the Nasty Boys decal with all the paint and everything. His action still works really nicely. Only knock on it, like I said, is the loose waist. But other than that, still really nice shape. And then Knobs obviously has the clothesline mechanism. Still works to perfection, really nice and tight. No issue there. These guys really don't have that much wear on them at all. There's a couple scuffs here and there, some discoloration, but other than that, these are really nicely conditioned figures, and I was so excited to get them for the price that I did, because normally these guys go anywhere from $50 to $60, if not a little bit more as a set, and I got them for substantially less than that, so I was super happy with that. So there's the Nasty Boys. Next figure I want to show you. We had a Giant earlier in the line, and now we've got another Giant. We've got the one, the only Andre the Giant. This is a Series 1 figure. Got some discoloration on the singlet on the front as well as on the back and in the hair. This is Series 1, like I said, so these are the oldest figures in the line. Waist is a little bit loose, but his action still works. If you pull back on his head right here, he thrusts his body forward and does that little attack right there. Like I said, definitely been played with, definitely got some wear, but still love to have this guy in the collection. Andre the Giant is a name that's synonymous with professional wrestling. Wrestled through 3 decades, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Had some iconic feuds. Wrestled in NJPW, WWE, all over the territories. I think even in the AWA possibly. But he's had some legendary feuds with guys like not the Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior had a run with them. Big John Studd, who can forget the feud with Big John Studd? He's had some legendary moments with some other legendary wrestlers as well. So this line, this collection would not be complete without an Andre the Giant figure. Rest in peace, big guy. Next figure I want to show you comes as a little package deal because the seller sent me his backer card. We've got Kamala, the Ugandan Giant. I've actually got a few that's kind of in frame. I almost kind of spoiled it for you guys, what the next figure is going to be, but I'll try to scoop that over. But we got the yellow card series. This is one of the last few. I think this might be Series 7 or Series 8. So it's a 1993 series. Nicely conditioned figure. Just a little bit of discoloration in the paint on the chest right there on the star. Other than that, not a whole lot of wear. But he's got the Springer mechanism, so you can make him jump and do those splashes that he's so well known for. Interesting factoid about Kamala is that anybody who knows Kamala knows that he has a moon on his belly rather than a star. I wanted to say star, but he has a moon on his belly in reality. And for some reason, the Hasbro line produced his figure with the star on the belly, with the rare exception of a few. A few were put out that had the moon on the belly, and these are so rare that I saw one on eBay and the asking price was $20,000. So if you can find a Moonbelly Kamala Hasbro mint on the card, you are looking at a fortune. It's worth so much money. This guy right here though, worth about 40 to 50 bucks, and I got him for quite a bit less than that. Was able to negotiate with the seller a little bit and get him to knock down the price, so I was super happy with that. So that was a great pickup there. The next guy we've got is the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Here's the card for it. We've got Bret the Hitman Hart. Card's not complete, obviously. Somebody tore the bio card off the package, but I'm still super excited that these sellers were sending me these. I think it's a really neat piece of history, and I think it's super rare for an original backing card to still exist unless you have the mint on package figure. So I thought that was super neat. Bret's got a little bit of wear on the front and the singlet, and the heart is obviously missing some pieces, but I kind of like it. It makes it look like a broken heart, so I kind of like how time has worn that down. But he's got like a wind-up punch sort of mechanism. You pull that hand back and he throws that punch. Doesn't work super well, but it still works. Just not quite as stiff and tight as it would have been in the past. But with Bret being as legendary as he is, I can't believe it's taken me this long to get a Bret Hart figure in the line. But I'm so happy I finally have. Bret's one of those guys that his figure demands a pretty high price point, especially if you get one of his later series. I think he had like a blue card series, like Series 9 or Series 10, and that's worth about twice as much as this guy is. But nonetheless, I'm still super, super happy to get a Bret Hart figure in the line. Okay, so the last figure we have, last but certainly not least, he is absolutely perfect. Here's his backer card. We have Mr. Perfect. Let me get the figure. I just got this in today as I got back from work. This is another one I've gotten from an international seller. As you can see, it's got the European pound symbol, or the UK pound symbol right there. So this is an international card. Still English, but it was sold in the UK. But I'm super, super happy to get this guy. Kurt Hennig's one of the best in-ring performers of all time. Had a heck of a lot of charisma and just was a pro in the ring. Great to work with. Made the people he worked with look great too, even if they were terrible wrestlers. This guy could just do it all. He truly was perfect. But he's got the perfect plex mechanism, which is you wind up this arm right here, and he throws that punch. I've also have heard people say that if you do this, make him do a suplex on his opponents. So I think that's what the intended use was for. But he's got the same mechanism as Crush. The Crush figures have the same mechanism. But I'm so happy to add this guy to the line. I'm really getting close to a complete collection with the exception of the green cards. Really all I have to get left are repaints. So I'm still waiting on a few guys to come in. I'm waiting on 3 that I know for a fact to be shipped to me, and I also have a huge surprise for you guys. I'm not going to spoil who it is for you, but I finally have purchased a green card figure, and I'm so stoked about it. My birthday was recently, happened 2 days ago, so I used some birthday money to buy this guy, and I'm so happy because he's the coolest guy, I think, in the line. He looks the most awesome. Like, I mean, he's a rad looking dude. I love the sculpt of his figure. He just looks awesome. So I'm not going to spoil for you all who it is, but that should be coming shortly in about a week or so. So I will probably make a whole video on that pickup. I'm just so stoked about it. I've been looking out for this figure for the longest time. I've wanted it so bad. I just haven't been comfortable with the prices I found. But with my birthday recently happening and me getting some birthday money, I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger and get him because I knew I would never be happy until I finally got him. But I've got him on the way. I should get him in the next week or so, and so I'll make a new video when I get him in. And I'm still waiting on a few other guys to come in the mail as well. So the fun doesn't end there, guys. Stay tuned. There will be more, but thank you for watching.